mijo. Corta.
And now for another scrumptious episode of J Recipes.
Exclusive little items. The Puerto Rican. How low can you go?
Introducing New York State's former Department of Corrections inmate, and might I add, a 5-time Arrows Con Condoleezza champ.
Low boring before he wore it. Pus in his mouth when he suck his own dick. Lost gay support, offends his friends cause he keeps denying that he's a lot of low lives died before 1990. With a chokehold on an old goal. Cerveza fresca que nepas en trenzas. This the best spot to get shot. Back the fuck up off me already.
Tuna fish. You can have the chicken of the sea or the bumblebee. Whatever you like, it don't matter to me. But make sure you keep the top in case you gotta cut a motherfucker.
Pass to his son and his son's son.
Gunner and a gardener, husband and a father. Un hombre cobre come lleno en la cara. Lights, camera, action like Michael Jackson. Un blanco mano, I don't gotta ask him.
I'm your host, Thirstin Howl III. But in the kitchen, I'm known as Chef Survival Kit. Because around me, you can never say there's nothing to eat. Jail recipes so good.
You gotta try my home.
Practicing primitive prenatal procedures. Probably pronounced perfectionist. Provided proper per diem. Shoulder shrugs. Shattering. Shell shrimping.
Don Chicharron, King Kong in the Bronx. Brooklyn nigga gonna give you what you want. Fuego en los ojos, monstruo de los monstruos.
This is a recipe I learned while in Riverview Correctional Facility. Me and my homies had no money in our commissary accounts. How did we all eat? It's called tuna noodle sandwich.
The way I see Polo now, it's lasted the test of time. He's shown people I'm here and this is my house.
Now that the sandwich is done, we can't forget our final ingredient, the pique. So add the pique. Don't forget to bless it. And take a sample.
And then there's your mom, Milagros. She was gangster. Era bien gangsta. Bueno, she said to tell you, hey yo son, when you doing your music, don't forget to rep that motherfucking Puerto Rican flag.
No doubt.
Was popping off, man. We got the OG, the original, the Puerto Rican. Thirstin Howl the third on the motherfucking check-in. What's popping with you, son? How you feeling?
What's the word, Nick?
Yo, I'm just cooling, man. I'm over here, truly impressed again, man, and just blessed to be in the presence of a fucking genius. You know what I'm saying? We listened to that Don Chicharron joint last night, and you gave me some fair warning, like, yo, Sean, you know the album is a lot of Spanish and this and that. And my nigga, I'm an honorary Puerto Rican. I grew up with mad wild Latin motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? So it felt like it had a very New York sound to it, you know what I mean? And the Latin flavor kind of just infused everything. I felt like I was chilling on Avenue D in the projects or something like that. You know what I'm saying? The shit was my speed, basically, to say the least.
That's the vibe.
Yeah, so like, what was the inspiration in the whole creative process like, man? Break it down.
You know, I got together with my boy DJ Excess out here in Miami, and we were working on a bunch of mixtapes for him. You know, we came up with a bunch of twists like Salsa with a Mata, Santo in the Banco, Chuleta de Mama Leta. Like, they all became different mixtapes of stuff he was putting out while we were rhyming over straight Latin records. Like, not even sampling, not even trying to loop nothing. We wanted to rhyme over straight salsa classics. Because, like, if you listen to salsa, all the motherfucking records got a break beat in them that's just like hip-hop. So to me, salsa is like the first form of hip hop in my eyes. You know, they were the first ones to come together in New York City with all these different samples from different cultures and make a new style of music. You know, so we wanted to recapture some of that without trying to change anything. You know, so I took salsa classics from the 50s and 60s and shit like that, man, and just I jumped on the actual songs with these artists. You know, instead of trying to recreate their shit or sample or loop, you know, we just rhymed over their breaks on their songs. And like I said, on some songs, I let the song play and I just injected myself wherever there was an opening on the song.
Well, that's what I was listening to, because like I said, I'm proud to be from the Lower East Side, like you proud to be from Brownsville, you know what I'm saying? And on the FDR Drive, every Sunday, all the Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, everybody was out there, son, selling bacalaitos, coke, weed, fucking Budweisers. We be playing baseball. But all the tracks that you were playing, I heard all them songs as a kid. And the park will be fucking lit. So for me, off the bat, I felt like I was at home, but it definitely goes back to what you were saying, all the classics. It's an automatic, I don't know, it sets something off in your brain where you like, yo, I know this. I want to listen to this. This makes me feel good. It brings back good memories.
Nah, for me, it was actually the opposite for me, man. I grew up in Brownsville. I grew up black. I didn't get a chance to know about a lot of that music, you know what I mean? So a lot of the salsas and stuff like that, I didn't learn about until I actually started going heavy into my Spanish rap, finding out about stuff I never was familiar with, you know what I mean? I really didn't know the extent of all the hardness, like the Ismael Rivera songs that are on my album. I never even heard of him before. And then to hear his music and see how hardcore his shit was, like the lyrics, everything was straight hardcore hood shit, man. So I'm pretty new to the whole world of it, man. So I'm definitely trying to push it, you know, in any way I can and pay homage at the same time.
Oh, that's ill, because you growing up in Brownsville, you're right. You grew up around all black people. I'm growing up in LES, even though I'm black and Italian, I'm growing up around the Spanish flavor, you know what I'm saying? And Celia Cruz, she was one of my favorites, son. You know what I'm saying? She'd be like, Azuka, bam, 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 bam. Like,
you know what Azuka means?
Sugar.
There you go. All right, that's what I'm talking about.
Yo, I be learning my shit, son. You know what I'm saying? So, to say the least, man, it felt really good listening to the album on my side, because it just brought back really great memories of me being a kid and hearing all these great songs. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, let's segue into something else real quick, because you've been knocking it out the park, my man. You on some Babe Ruth shit right now. You know what I'm saying? With the whole HBO experience, man, can you just walk us through that and break that down? Because I know that must have been humbling for you, but it's also very inspirational for a person like me on the outside, just looking at as an individual trying to accomplish things. It's like, this has been a long time coming. You never gave up. You kept it straight. You know what I mean? You stayed down with it, 10 toes down and all that, and you got your blessings. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you know, I just tried to walk that positive path, man. I believe that's what helped everything. You know, they acknowledge our story from what it was once before, but they also see the men we became today. And I think that played a big part in, you know, HBO and Ralph Lauren including us in the documentary, you know. The director, Susan Lacey, is the one who actually approached me about being in the documentary. And like I said, I'm forever humble, man, because I got a chance to represent for the team Hard Body and show, you know, we're a global movement, even acknowledged by the man that we held up on the pedestal for all this time, man. So it was really big, man. It was big for everybody, man. It was big for lowlifes, hip-hop culture, Puerto Ricans. You know, it was big for all of us, man. Black people, you know, I represented everybody there, man, and hip-hop as a whole, and, you know, representing myself as an artist as well. Felt good to see them have me on a big screen on such a prestigious event, and I'm drinking a 40 and cursing in the movie. That was crazy.
Son, the shit was fucking ill, to put it like that. You know what I'm saying? And it just makes me sit back and realize that all the things that you go through in life, sometimes you might think that it doesn't make sense, or this is just the way it is. I gotta feel like a victim. I'm fucked up. I come from the hood. No, all this shit is beautiful, and it creates who you're gonna be later on in life. It gives you tough skin, and people will be able to like appreciate the growth, because they can see, yo, this motherfucker comes from the mud, from destruction, from fucked up shit, and look how they were able to blossom and bloom like Tupac, the rose that grew from the concrete. Now look where you at with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, that shit moved me like a fucking motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But like, what were some of the highlights of the night? Because I seen you there in the party meeting a whole bunch of people and taking pictures. What was that experience like, being in that mix?
You know, it was crazy, man. Like I said, I was the only hip hop artist in attendance, as far as rappers or anything. But you know, I was with my brother Bones Malone, Cole Rodriguez. I went there with a couple of film directors and things, you know, Tyson Beckford, you know, and just seeing, you know, all these giant celebrities from Bruce Springsteen to Michael J. Fox, Martha Stewart, like, you know, being able to shake people's hands and meet Ralph's family, not just meeting Ralph, you know, meeting his sons, meeting his brother. You know, his wife was there. It was crazy, man.
It was a very intimate setting.
Yes, it was intimate. Everybody was right there on top of each other. They had these giant cocktail, jumbo shrimps, cocktail, ridiculous, the champagne. You know, it was one of them settings where you're being served, the champagne is pouring all around the room, but everyone knew who I was, man, and you know, the reception was after the film. So, you know, many people approached me, many people who worked on the film, Susan Lacey herself, people from the Polo Company, and, you know, everybody thanked me for my participation, welcomed me very much, you know, and showed a lot of love, man. And, you know, when I finally was next to Ralph Lauren, and, you know, he shook my hand like the boy is strong. You know, he gave me one of them handshakes and he said, I know exactly who you are. You know what I mean? I was like, wow. You know, I barely had to introduce myself anywhere, man. So they definitely acknowledged what our culture had done for their company and things like that, man. It was, you know, it was a blessing to be amongst all that, representing for our culture, you know? Showing we here, regardless.
Well, that's that. Like I said, man, the shit took me aback. I was really fucking impressed with the mixtape. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I don't be bullshitting motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the shit's whack, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Like, yo, son, there was some things I liked, but some things I didn't like. You know what I'm saying? There's a few albums we previewed over the weekend and last week and shit like that, like Clever One, the Booze Brothers. Like, it's a few people dropping fire yourself within the low life movement, within the camp, and then you got other people we review, and their music just, I don't know if there is an urgency, I don't know if maybe they're getting lazy, maybe they got a lot of money now, I don't fucking know, but the shit wasn't hitting, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, to see y'all go through this journey and to be doing it for X amount of time and to still have the passion, the hunger, and to still deliver the raw shit was super impressive, you know what I'm saying? Then you had the very Ralphie joint jumping off, so that was just a beautiful transition into the Don Chicharron. Did you time it like that? Like, was the timing set up that way, or was that just a coincidence?
I timed it.
That's what's up, son. That's what's up.
Nah, but check it out, because, you know, I work on projects, like I said. My projects that I put out, they always ready to go way in advance. Like, Don Chicharron was finished a year and a half ago. So when I seen the timing of the Ralph documentary that had to drop, I figured it's best to drop it the day after the Ralph thing dropped. You know, so I could ride the wave of the promotions of the Ralph movie and things like that. The same with the Ralph interview. I did that 2 years ago. You know, like, so everything is about timing. Even with their movie, you know, they waited for the appropriate time to put it out. Ralph's 50th anniversary, Fashion Week, you know. Everything is pretty strategized, man, on how it's released.
Well, that's one thing.
I mean, that's how I try to do everything.
Yeah, that was one thing you were telling me when we did our first interview. You were like, yo, son, come up with a plan, stick to it, and execute. Because that's the problem with people. People like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, yada, yada, yada. But niggas don't really execute properly at the end of the day. So the shit just doesn't come to fruition the way maybe you wanted it to. Or you didn't maximize the situation because you just didn't use your fucking thinking cap. You know what I'm saying? And pushed it in a different fucking way. You know what I mean? Sometimes people just throw shit out there and think it's going to stick to the wall or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? There really isn't a game plan. So that's one thing that kind of stood out to me because I'm like, damn, did son just like put this together 1-2? Or, you know what I mean? Was there like a lot of strategizing behind it? You know what I mean? So, with that being said, I know...
You know, like I said, man, I always work, man. Like, my work is stacked up now for years to come. Like, I can go with whatever's going on with the times and release something according to that because the work is already done. It's sitting in my pocket waiting for me to throw it out. You know what I mean? Like, I got work for years to come. You know, you see the Don Chicharron film, there's way more parts to it. And it's all done. It ain't like we gotta go think about this shit or nothing, you know, and I do that with everything. The same with the Kung Fu flick. There's another part, and it's done. It's just about when I plan to throw it out and shit, because all of that was executed at the same time. I don't gotta come back to it. The same with the cooking shows. You know, I threw out episodes for years. I did all those episodes in one day. Nobody would know that unless you was there. You know what I mean? So it's good to plot and plan, execute, and then you deliver accordingly, man. So that way you're not just wasting your work. You spread it out. You know, some people are just so hungry, they do something and they want to throw everything out immediately. Like, you know, that's cool if you got your work stacked up, but if you got to keep stacking work and you just releasing shit at the wrong times, then I don't know what to tell you.
You banging your head on the fucking wall, basically, you know what I'm saying? You gonna get a concussion, pass out and shit, you know what I'm saying? Wake up, motherfucker, get in the game, start using your brain. What's the whole creative process like between you and Box Slow? Because I see that he does a lot of the stuff behind the camera and shit like that. You're on the camera most of the time, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's that experience like working together?
I mean, you know, Box, I would say, is my artist. He always calls me his artist, so I call him my artist. You know what I mean? Because we basically help create each other. So it's like, you know, I'm always the producer. I share the direction with him as far as being a director. I'm also the production manager, coordinator, location scout, wardrobe dude, you know, the musical, and I'm the fucking guy in front of the camera, you know, like the star of the show usually. So what I do is I map everything out for Box. When we doing it, I bring a complete idea to the table in writing with location, wardrobe, with everything mapped out. So when I explain to him what we're doing, he takes it from there. You know, he adds his input once I present the entire thing. You know what I mean? So I try to make it as easy and convenient for him as possible. So his whole focus is getting the shots we need and, you know, doing his magic with the editing and the graphics. And, you know, it's something we've been doing for almost, you know, a good 10, 15 years already together. And really, you know, mastering this craft, man, because Box is just like me. You know, he's somebody passionate about what he's doing and he's fully dedicated, you know, like, it's his whole life, man. It's his priority to the things he's doing. And, you know, he's a natural artist as well. Like, Box could draw anything. Box is also my tattoo artist who did all my tattoos.
Oh, I didn't know that.
In the first place. Yeah, Box did all my tattoos. He's from the Ayak family. I met Box in Jersey with Son Lo. You know what I mean?
Oh, big ups to Son Lo. That's my dog right there.
Yeah, so Box was living out in Jersey for a while, and then, you know, he's originally from Miami. He went back to Miami, and, you know, I told him, yo, I'm right over there with you, boy.
Got you. So now, excuse me, I'm getting my smoke on a little bit while I'm doing this. Is there anything else you want to talk about, or anything you want to let the people know? Because I know sometimes I have a direction or things that I want to address, but I want to get better with doing my interviews and things, and sometimes I want to leave it open-ended for the artist or whoever I'm interviewing, if there's something that maybe a cause or something they want to speak about, or something that's on their mind, or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean?
I mean, you know, right now, all I speak about is the righteousness we do and how we move as a movement. And the more we stick to that, the further we gonna get. The more we incorporate the positivity in everything, the longer we're gonna last. You know what I mean? Because everybody knows where low life came from. So whoever don't know and whoever didn't evolve, when you want to go back to what we came from, you're gonna go every place that sent us. So wake the fuck up at this point. You know what I mean? For all my brothers out there, live righteously, man, and work together. There's no competition in this shit. You know what I mean? We're a movement. We're supposed to be as one. Put your work in. Stop expecting people to work for you. Do your own motherfucking work. Execute if you have an idea. Don't run your mouth about your idea that you're never gonna motherfucking do. You know what I mean? But stick to that, man. Treat your brothers fairly. Treat everybody the same way, no matter where they're from. You know, this movement is global. Embrace your brothers cross seas when they come to town. Vice versa, state to state. You know, the more we incorporate that, because that's what I strive for when we were building it to be a culture. You know, we made it into a culture. Not everybody who comes from the low-life grain was involved in making it a culture. You know what I mean? So the culture is of the utmost importance now. And the way we represent ourselves to the world as a brotherhood and things like that. Like, we need to keep that strong. You know, and anybody opposing that, then you need to keep them to the side and push them to the motherfucking side. Don't let nobody disrupt what we took so many years to build and be in the light we in now. You know what I mean? This is a global thing. You know, we a big subculture for hip hop. So that means a lot of what we do today is going to dictate the future of not just low lives, but of hip hop as well, globally. So we got to take responsibility for that, and we got to hold it down accordingly, man, and push all that dumb shit to the side. You know what I mean? There's real men out this motherfucker, so we ain't got no time for that bullshit, you know? Let's stand strong, let's stand righteous, be positive, take care of your families, you know, stay healthy. Like, these are the things we need to incorporate and teach each other and know the values of at this point. Because all that other dumb shit, that shit don't hold no weight nowhere. You know what I mean?
And we all gotta go one day. Straight up and down. So we don't know when that day is gonna come, but
we all guaranteed to go one day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the only thing that's promised in life is death. So, you know, we want to leave our mark properly, man. We want to leave our mark for the future. We want to teach these children who are going to carry this on, man, how to do it the right way, man, and how to make it last. So, you know, teach your children about health and wealth, man. That's of the utmost importance, especially if you come from nothing and you from the gutter and shit like that. You know what I mean? We have to teach them how to prosper in this world to live a happy life, you know? Happiness is your success. So when you're happy, you're successful because you attain that happiness. Money don't make you happy and shit like that. That's why there's a lot of miserable motherfuckers out there now complaining because they're not happy. They don't know the success of being happy because that's the ultimate success. That's what we strive for and everything else, you know what I mean? To reach that level of being happy and just seeing your family happy, watching your children grow, seeing your grandchildren. You know, people don't understand the beauty and all of that, man, and that's what I'm enjoying right now. So anybody who opposing that, they know what the fuck to do. Like, step to your business or shut the fuck up. Because this is what we doing, man. This movement is going to be here longer than all of us. So let's make sure we nourish it properly.
Bada bang, bada boom! That's what it is at the end of the day, yo, Thirst. I know you got things to do and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? I would just want to thank you, man, for always spitting the real to me, dropping gems on me, because that was deep when you were telling me about the YouTube shit and how don't worry about TV and this and that. You got your own TV channel. This is going to be the transition. Like, you always put me on the things to, like, think about for the months to come, for years to come. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about your approach, your mental state, and if you're happy or sad with what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So if you're ignorant and you don't understand the overs and unders, that can make you upset. That could put you in a place where you have a disposition when you move around in society, and now it's hard for you to see the truth or even find any joy in what you're doing because you're totally confused about what it is that you're trying to accomplish. So there's a lot of stuff that comes along with being insightful and being knowledgeable about what it is that you're approaching, and you always drop jewels on me. So I just want to thank you for that. Shout out to the whole Low Life family, all the brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying, the Ayak fam, and yo, that's what it is, son, at the end of the day. Thank you for tuning in. Is there anything else you want to say? Give anybody a shout out before you go?
Shout out everybody, man. Shout out everybody supporting the movement properly. You know what I mean? Show love to everybody, like I said. There's love and loyalty, man. Let's stick to that shit.
2 hours. And on that note,
12.
And on that note, I'm going to sign out of here, son.
You already know what it is.
Yo, much respect, Thirst. Peace.
Peace.
And now, to read a letter from one of our viewers who watches the show in San Quentin State Penitentiary in California. Pedro Sanchez writes, "Hey, what up, Chef Survival Kit? The Chicanos on my block support your show and haven't missed an episode yet. One day, while watching your show, someone got stabbed for trying to change the channel. It was almost a riot in here. I'm glad to see your book is doing well. I haven't had a chance to read it all, but I like the pictures. I read the chapter on prison espresso coffee. All that sugar could make you think you on coke, homie. I should be out in 85 years, and I plan to come out rehabilitated and be a chef like you. P.S. Why you never have no bitches on your show?"
You do need the bitches, home.
Damn, kid, 85 years? I don't even think the jail's gonna last that long. But live your dreams, Pedro Sanchez. Till then, I'ma keep this one on ice with the rest.